Imagine having a simple AI agent that quietly works in the background, tracking all your YouTube videos for you. Every like, comment, view, and engagement, it captures everything, organizes it, and then, without you lifting a finger, sends a clear weekly performance report straight to your email. No more wasting hours inside complex analytics dashboards. Just one quick read of the report is enough to get all the insights you need. And the best part? This isn't some complex tool that only big companies can use. It's a simple AI agent, built to make life easier for creators like us. And, in this video, you'll not only see how my YouTube Analytics AI agent works, but also learn how to build your own step-by-step.
Welcome everyone to this tutorial on building your own YouTube Analytics AI agent. So before moving into building an AI agent, we need to understand what are the components or parts necessary to make an AI agent. So let's see what parts are necessary to build an AI agent. Our first part will be a way to sense the environment, which, and our next part will be that helps the agent to think and decide. And our third part will be a way to do something useful with a decision. We can use APIs and data to sense the environment, like fetching information from the internet. For help and decide the agent what to do, we can use machine learning models like LLMs or vision language models for images. And then to perform an action, you can use some way to send an email or book a ticket or run a code. Let's see what in this YouTube analytical AI agent we are going to need. In this AI agent, we are going to use the YouTube API to extract video data. Then we are going to use Gemini to perform analysis and summary on the YouTube extracted data. And then we are going to use email API to send the analysis through mail. Let's start building this YouTube Analytics AI agent. So to build a YouTube AI agent for analytics, you need to create 3 scripts. One script for YouTube data, which help us in extracting YouTube video information such as likes, comments, or views. Another one is Gemini analysis script, which help us in analysis and summary of YouTube data. And third one is a script to send Gmail to your mail. So to do that, you have to first gather all the APIs necessary for your project. Let's see how you can get those API. So to gather various API necessary for this YouTube agent, you have to just go to console.cloud.google.com. Here you can get any API provided by Google services. So to do that, you just have to click here and create a new project. I have already created a project for YouTube Analytics agent. In this, I have to just go to APIs and services and then enable APIs and services. Now I can get any API required for my project. I need 2 APIs from Google, one for YouTube API to retrieve information about a video and one to extract, send mail through Gmail. So I will first go to YouTube API. Here you can enable it. I have already enabled it. I have to just manage it. You can see in the credentials, I have already created an API. So you have to just click here and create it. Now to do same for Gmail, you just have to create another project or you can do it in the same project. I have enabled the Gmail API. Let's check. Let's check. This is the Gmail API. You just have to go and enable it. Here, as you can see, I have a API generated for my email. Now you have to get a Gemini API. To do that, you can use this, but this is the more easiest way. You just have to go to aistudio.google.com. In that, you have to just click get API and create a Gemini API for yourself. As you can see, I have created a API in project name YouTube Analytics Agent. Now, when all your API has been collected, you just have to go to your project.environment file and save that file in various variables like YouTube API key, which will be extra imported using .env library. So let's see how you can build various scripts to make this AI agent. Let's see our first script in which we gather video information such as comments, like or views from the video we want to track. To do that, as I have already gathered the API and stored in .env, I have just used .env and its function .env slash values. Using that, you can gather any API key which is stored in .env. You just have to provide a variable name in which the API key is stored, like this. I have written my API key in YouTube API slash key. Now, let's get to our main point. To gather information or extract information about a video using YouTube API, you first have to use Google API client dot discovery and import build function. Using that build function, you have to provide the arguments such as YouTube v3 and developer key. Developer key is your YouTube API. Now you have created a get YouTube services. Now you just have to create a function to gather a video analytics, such function. Like this function will give you the current analytics for a specific YouTube video, for a single video. So I have just used that function in YouTube, and from in YouTube variable, and then YouTube variable has the function videos.list and provided with the part of video you want, such as snippets, statistics, or content detail. Content detail is our main focus, which contain the values such as view count, like count, or comment count. Using this, now you have to just execute this request. When it will happen, you will get response, and this response will be a list or list, and has inside a dictionary. You can see it as a response. Inside there is an items, and there is another list, and inside you can get all these value, like a video ID, title ID, channel ID, channel title, published ad, view count, like comment. These three are our main focus. Now you will get the analytics in this variable. Now you have to track multiple videos, so you just have to keep performing this analytics, this get YouTube service, get video analytics on multiple video. You just have to loop through all the video one by one in the provided video ID list you will provide to this function. So first, what is video ID? Let's see. I will show what a video ID is. You have to first go to YouTube. Now you just have to get a video, like here is an example video. So this part is the video ID. So you have, every video has a unique video ID. No one has similar video ID. So you just have to gather this part to track this video. Now let's see. When you will get this video ID, you have to store it in this. I will show you later. Now, when your data has been stored, you have to arrange it in a format of a JSON structure. Our JSON structure will look something like that. There is a video ID and there is a timestamp, title, and it then contain all the views, likes, and comment count during that timestamp. And you have to just append this timestamp every time you track your video. So this function will do same. Now, our next function is to get database summary. This is a not an essential function. It will just display the summary of database. So we will leave that. Now, to execute this, you have to create a main function, YouTube data collection. It will have a argument which store all the YouTube IDs you need to track. So in that function, you just have to use the track multiple videos function to track all the videos ID in that given list, and then save that data using save to database in the particular structure we want. Let's see how it perform. As you can see, using YouTube data import, I have imported the YouTube data collection function. Now only run this function up till here. When you will run this, as you can see, I am running only this function. As you can see, I have tracking two videos. These are the result. So I have tracked two videos, and the first one is Ed Sheeran song Sapphire, and second one is Rick Astley song. So these are the current data of that video. Now this has been saved in our uh, database, like structure. This is the JSON. So this is the structure I have for our database. So we have just performed this, so this will be the current data of that video for our this video ID video, and this will be our first video ID data. So as you can see now, you can store your data in a JSON structure. Now let's get to our next step. So in our next step, when we have already gathered the information about YouTube, now we have to perform an analysis and summarization of YouTube data. So to do that, we are going to use Gemini API. We have already gathered the Gemini API and stored it in .env in Gemini API variable. You can import it using same method as .env import .values and provide it in a variable called Gemini API key. Now to use Gemini, you just have to import Google.generative AI as Gen AI, and then use that Gen AI.config and provide it with the API key, which is Gemini API. Now you can use the model. You just have to provide a model name. I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash experimental model. As you can see, you just have to Gen AI.generative model and with the model name. Now your model has been loaded. Now you can use it through API. So we will first start by loading our JSON file, which is this. In this file, we have all the information about video. So I have created a function to load this data. Now, to our next step is to create prompt for our Gemini model. So to simplify that, I have created a function which performs some analysis like provide us with the view growth, like growth, and comment growth, like simple arithmetics on that JSON structure, and provide us with some values. And then using the create analysis prompt, I have provided these values to our data summary. As you can see, I have added these value to our data, like tracking period, the number of data I have created, collected, the view growth, like growth, comment growth, and total views, total comment into our data summary uh, dictionary. And then I have created a prompt, analyze the following YouTube video tracking data and provide comprehensive insights. I have written some key points which I want to track, like overall performance summary, which video is performing better and why, key performance indicator, growth rate analysis, like view growth pattern and rates, engagement growth, growth velocity trends, like that. You can create a prompt of your own, like I want to focus on these 6 factors. So I have created this prompt, and at the end I have written, please provide specific number and percentage in your analysis and format your response clearly with heading and bullets point which were appropriate. Now with this, our prompt has been created. So in our next step, we have to just provide this prompt to our Gemini model. To do that, I have created a function which load the YouTube data and then perform this calculation using this function create analysis prompt. As you can see, first it has to go the data to calculate growth metrics, which is this. It has performed some arithmetics, simple arithmetics, and then I have created that prompt. And then to perform Gemini model analysis, I have to just use model.generate content and provide it with the prompt analysis prompt. It will give us a response, and using this response, I can store it in a text file. As you can see, I have stored some Gemini responses like this. As you can see, these are the Gemini generated responses of 2 videos I'm tracking, like Ed Sheeran song and Rick Astley song. So it gives us a comprehensive information like Ed Sheeran song is growing faster in views during this period, and why this video is performing much better. So it has given me a complete analysis on various factors which I needed. So now, with this, our script of Gemini analysis is over. Now let's get to our next script on how we can send this information to our mail. So let's get to our next step. Let's see our third step, in which how we are going to send our YouTube analysis report generated by Gemini to our mail. To do that, you have to just gather the Gmail API which we have shown in our first step. The Gmail API will be called Gmail API password. You can also store your Gmail into .env file to make the code look cleaner, as I have done. As you can see, my Gmail is stored in this variable, and Gmail app password is stored in this variable. This is not your real password. This is the API password created by Google. So let's see how you can send your mail. So to do that, you have to import some libraries like SMTP lib and email.meme.text.mimetext. and similarly multi-part. So you have to import this file. Now, as you can see, our Gemini data is in Markdown language. You can create a function to convert that HTML to Markdown. It's a optional function, but I have used it to make the our generated file look cleaner. So this is our optional function. Our main function is here. How you can send your analysis mail. So to do that, I have created some test cases, like if Gmail user is not present or Gmail app, so it return false. You have to provide for this with argument of analysis file name, which is this file name. So you can also provide with the recipient mail, like you don't want to send this analysis mail to yourself but to another one like your boss or your colleague. So you can do here is provide them their Gmail here, but I am using my Gmail, so my recipient email will be my own Gmail. So with this, you just have to read the text file, which is this last generated. So here now to to send mail, you just have to use serve smt.smt and gmail.com and provide your port number. Then you can start a server with server start ttls, and then you can log in into that server using your own Gmail and the Gmail app password. Now to send mail, you just have to use your Gmail and then the recipient email, which is yourself, and the message as string. The message is in the this part, which I have created as an HTML body. So this is you can send a simple text, you just have to provide it with any kind of string. So this is the part you use to send email, and then when the message is sent, the server will show dot quit. So with this, your Gmail has been sent. You can also create a function test Gmail to test if Gmail connection is active or not, to save you some time. So let's get to our next step, in which we merge these three scripts into one script and perform an analysis of YouTube video, and see how our analysis is sent to our Gmail. Let's get to our next step. Now let's see our final step, in which we combine all our previous scripts to create a main script which perform extraction from YouTube about video, then Gemini analysis of that video data, and then and method to send the mail to our Gmail. So to do that, you have to import some function. From YouTube data, you have to import YouTube data collection. From Gemini analysis, you have to import two functions, Gemini analysis and load YouTube data. From Gmail sender, you have to import send analysis email and test email. So in our first step, we have to provide the variables video ID. This contain all the videos you want to track. These are the video ID which I have stored. First one is Ed Sheeran song, and second one is Rick Astley song. So let's get to our main function. This YouTube data collection function perform the extraction of YouTube data and store it in YouTube tracking.json. As you can see, this is the data which we have stored previously. Now then you have to load this data using load YouTube data, which is from Gemini analysis. As you can, now our JSON is load. So we have to perform Gemini analysis. You have to just provide this JSON JSON file, which is this. You can also provide the just name with JSON file, but I have kept yeah, condition that if the length of any video ID is less than 2, means only one information is about, like I have only like this much information about one video, you can't provide analysis, you just know the value, but to perform an analysis you need at least two data. So this is the condition I have set here. Now to perform Gemini analysis, you have to just provide the part of the YouTube tracking.json, and you will receive a file which is this. this is the file of Gemini analysis. Now you can see if the file is not generated, we can pretend Gemini analysis has failed, and then our next and final step is to send the mail. We will first perform test Gmail to see if the connection between our server and the Gmail server is stable. Then we send this analytics file through our send analysis email and the recipient email, but our recipient email is none, so it will be same as our email. So with this you can send your email, then the analysis will be generation will be completed, so it will show completed. Now you just have to provide run this function. Let's run this function. So our function is running. It has tracked 2 videos. It has total 10 data points. Means a single video has 10 information, 5 information. It's so as you can see data points. Now it's performing a YouTube analytics reports. So our analytics report has been generated and mail has been sent to my, like I have received the Gmail. So let's see our analysis. This is the analysis it has created. So, and let's see our Gmail. As you can see, this is the Gmail report I have gotten. So with this, now you know how you can build a AI agent to send an analytics report of your video. To generate this kind of report every week, you have to provide it with a task scheduler, which helps you to run this script automatically every week. So now you can know how you can build your own AI agent. And now I want to see you build your own. So let's see on our next tutorial where we build another AI agent.
For more computer vision or machine learning related tasks, you can check our GitHub, where you will find everything in one place.